Hello YouTube, welcome back to Kind Heart Homestead. I have a couple days before the concrete truck is scheduled to arrive, and I have a lot of tasks to do. So I'm trying not to get too burnt out and just do small tasks over the course of the next 2 days. I'm here at the site, and I think I forgot to drain the water out of this last time, so I'm going to start with that and then I'm going to get to work. Stick around, thanks. What I want to start on today is the toilet pipe right here. When the inspector put his level on it, he claimed that the plumbing was flat or even flowing backwards. And I know what he meant because there's nothing supporting this. It basically sticks out 3 feet past the dirt and then goes up with an elbow. So the problem that I need to solve is I need to get something under there to hold it up. And here's what I came up with. Got a 4-foot piece of rebar. I got a small section of 1/2-inch pipe with a T-fitting. So if I put the T-fitting over it like this, I think I can wire this to the underside of the plumbing pipe. But I have to drive this pretty deep into the ground to get it secure. So that was actually a really easy solution. I'm going to wrap some wire around that, but I just need to give it a couple more taps because I think it's a bit too steep, but that should be good to go. see me doing here is covering all of the exposed PVC pipe so it doesn't come in direct contact with the concrete.
The inspector said I had to get rid of these rocks, so I'm going to replace it with rebar tie wire.
So I'm making some more stakes. These ones will be pounded outside of the foam and the 2x6 form. And it will allow me to double check the level with my laser. And then if I need to raise it or lower it, I'll raise it along this. Then I'll put a screw in from the outside. And it has to be from the outside because any screws on the inside of the forms will be covered in concrete. So in order to get the form out, I have to be able to remove the screws. So let's pound this in and see how it looks.
I know you cared, but I never thought it was fair to say to me that your heart might have been elsewhere. I've never had so much to say, though it may be hard to see. I'll never know why you felt that way. At least you said what you mean. I've never felt so alone. So many things were left unknown. I'm running in circles, and when I get somewhere, will you still be there? It's becoming eternal, this feeling, if it's true, will it bring me to you? You give and I take, but I always made the mistake of towing the line, the one you said wouldn't break. 'Cause now I'm here and you're out there. Will we ever meet again? I'd give my life for you to see. I just can't wait until then. I'm running in circles, and when I get somewhere, will you still be there? It's becoming eternal, this feeling, if it's true, will it bring me to I wonder, will it always be in vain? I guess I'm just addicted to the pain. I'm running in circles, and when I get somewhere, will you still be there? It's becoming eternal, this feeling, if it's true, will it bring me to you? I'm running in circles, and when I get somewhere, will you still be there? It's becoming eternal, this feeling, if it's true, will it bring me to
So I cut off some scrap pieces from the culvert project I was working on because I needed some sort of large washer to screw the foam board to these 2x4s that I'm pounding in. And the only reason I'm doing that is because there's a significant gap between the outside of the trench and the foam. It has to be backfilled, or else the concrete is just gonna knock the foam back and then create the need for way more concrete than I'd like to have. So I'm gonna screw these through and then secure the foam boards directly to those posts. And then those posts will be permanently in the ground. They can rot, whatever. I'm not gonna see them again. And I can cut the tops flush later on if I want to. Just wanted to show you guys how I make these little foam washers. Just have some snips here. Then I can cut right through it. This is the end of the T-fitting that I had to cut apart for my culvert project. And there are companies that make washers for foam board. I believe they're just plastic discs, but this achieves the same thing. Basically, I hold a screw up to it, give it a bash with a hammer to get the pilot hole started, and then I screw it straight through the foam. And then I can even allow the washer to be sucked into the foam. So I can use, I guess, just the screws I have on hand instead of buying long screws. So that's it. So right now I'm going to use this stake on the laser level to draw a line on each of these pipes so I know where to kind of hand float around it.
When there's nothing you can say, allow the time to slip away. Oh yeah, just let it go. The silence matters more than anything before. I say, I'll always know. May everything become one thing, something so complete. To carry on, oh yeah, just one more day. You know it's not so bad, give it all you've ever had. I say, don't throw it away.
One of the last steps before pour is to install the Stego wrap. It's a pretty heavy duty vapor barrier that I need to go on top of the insulation just to make sure there's no moisture that wicks up through the slab into the floor of the shed. So as you can see behind me, I pulled this out 20 feet. This is folded into quarters, 3 feet each. So this is 12 feet wide. I'm cutting it 20 foot long. And those are the exact dimensions of this building. But because the footing is so wide, this will allow the plastic to fold down into the footing trenches on each side of the floor. Well, it's the night before the pour. The last task I have to do is spray liquid form release on all of my form boards. I believe I bought a biodegradable solution that had directions for 5-gallon drums, buckets, or just a spray bottle. So we'll see how it works once I try to pull the form off tomorrow after everything's finished. Well, thanks again for stopping by at the Kind Heart Homestead channel here on YouTube. In the next episode, I'll go ahead and start the concrete pour, but there was too much content for one video, so I decided to split it up so you guys don't get too overwhelmed with the progress and the details that I'm explaining about. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe, click that bell so you'll be notified about the next video, which will be all about the concrete pour, the challenges that I faced, and moving forward beyond the concrete. So stay tuned, and I'll see you here next time. Thanks.